Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 446, and we have got a treat for you tonight. It is the Red River Rivalry. I say it slowly so I get all the words right. Nathan Martin here alongside in the press box with Landon Anderson in a brand new studio in the press box. And glad to have you along for the ride, Kevin. Kevin and I are actually doing a men's retreat down in South Louisiana, but we came back for this game tonight. His son, obviously number 50, Micah Roberts, is playing. And so I said, hey, well, since you're coming back with me, why don't you jump up in the press box? So
you drug me into this.
I drug you into this. And then I find out after I do that it's kind of been a lifelong dream to do some sports broadcasting.
Yeah, crazy thing. I thought maybe growing up I would be a sports commentator. I'm not promising to be one, but I sure had that as one of my dreams at one time.
Well,
so thank you for letting me live my dream
Absolutely,
tonight.
Absolutely. You may feel like a nightmare with me running things here tonight, but glad to have you along tonight. And we've got a great contest tonight for you as Ash is driving across the river here to Pineville. Every year, we back and forth. And Pineville hosting this series. Ash comes into tonight's contest really on top of their game. They are 6-0. They're at the top of the district along with Neville and Ruston. And interestingly, Neville and Ruston are playing each other tonight. So one of them will lose. And then we hope Alexandria loses tonight.
Absolutely.
That would leave only one undefeated team in District 5A. You see the rest of the standings there. Pineville, West Monroe, and Ouachita all 0-1 in district play, and 3-3 for Pineville, West Monroe. Ouachita had to give up a game. They weren't able to schedule the third game of the season, and so they're only 3-2. But as we look at tonight's contest, Ash obviously is considered to be the favorite. There's no doubt with the power that they have, the horsepower they have, with the tools that they have. But any given Friday night,
you're right,
any team can upset somebody who may think that they're coming in for an easy game or whatever.
I was thinking, man, if Pineville can just hold them until if it can be a close game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's
exactly what I'm hoping
right.
for.
Well, and that's some great home field advantage where you hope it'll help you out. Tonight is also the pink out night. As you see the young ladies on the field, we have cheerleaders here, I think, from J.I. Barron and Pineville Junior High School joining the high school cheerleaders as they are going to help welcome the Rebels onto the field in just a little bit. And I also heard Kevin, that the Cannon crew did some practice this week.
Oh, wow.
They were allocated some extra firepower, some extra gunpowder, and so they have done some practicing.
They actually hear a cannon.
And I'm hoping to hear it a lot.
At the right time.
That's exactly right. As you see on your screen, the Rebels have their inflatable helmet there, and the players will be coming out in just a little bit. We're about 10 minutes away from the coin will be tossed, and we'll mention to you in the contest tonight, starting lineups. Let me stop that interruption there. Starting lineups for the Rebels tonight on your offensive side. There will be a little bit of a change-up, but Elias Sellers, Kelby Clayton, Dayton Bass, Brady McCann, and Cameron Perry are on the line. Of course, Zach Tranchina gets to play that tight end spot each week. He's such a great blocker. Matt Edwards, Landon Grimes out at the right receiver. Hakeem Mix and Aiden Tate in the running back. But in place of Carter Smith, we will see a rotation between Justin Rachel and Aiden Tate at the quarterback as Carter continues to recover from a little bit of a concussion here a week or two ago. And now the Rebels make their way onto the field. We'll bring that back to you as the Rebels make their way here. And I didn't hear the cannon that time, but hopefully we'll have that as the evening goes along. So the Rebels make their way onto the field, and I'm trying to get back to my
what a beautiful night for football.
Boy, isn't it, though?
Golly.
The sunset over Lake Bulow is absolutely picturesque and something to be enjoyed, and that's just something we really appreciate. By the way, this last week we did have a lineman of the week, which was Dalen Tatum, number 60. I heard Coach Bryant Bell told me he wore that center out for Neville, so he got the lineman of the week. The player of the week was LaMarcus Thurs, who had double-digit tackles and was all over the place as a linebacker. And both of those guys definitely contributing to what we were doing. Going back to these guys we mentioned here, defense started lineup. Dalen Tatum, we just mentioned right there. Number 60, Gerald Roy and Brady Baden, who was the lineman of the game 2 weeks ago. LaMarcus Thurs, who got the player of the game, and Brennan Davis, along with Micah Roberts and Murphy Poole in the linebacker positions. And then your D-backs, Jacob Miranda, Ty Sanders, TJ Edwards, and Bryant Dearborn. Nice to have all of those guys back there. And I have a feeling that you will be cheering for number 50, that young man, to get a tackle or two.
Absolutely. He's playing with a cast on his wrist tonight, so not sure if he's actually starting, but...
Well, I've got him in the traditional starting lineup, but I appreciate that insight. And if we don't see him out there, then we'll know it's because of that. A couple other things that are taking place. I wanted to mention to you the games that are going on. The top 5 teams on that graphic there are all 446 Sports teams. Pineville versus Ash. You're hearing it on both the Pineville channel and the Ash channel. And we did let them in the press box tonight, so the Ash crew's on the other end down there. Buckeye is at Bunkie. I don't know where Bunkie came from, but Buckeye traveling down to Bunkie. That's over on the Buckeye channel. Menard hosting Avoyles in their homecoming game tonight, and they're recognizing quite a few dignitaries, including one of the engineers for the NASA flight, former president of ExxonMobil, and a couple other folks that just pretty impressive careers that are graduates of Menard. And then Tioga travels up to West Washita. West Washita, formerly the part of the District 2 5A, and due to restructuring, they've lost some students. They've dropped down to 4A, so that's now a district game for Tioga. Of course, Bolton's hosting East Beauregard, Grant is hosting Wassman, Northwood Lena hosting LaSalle, and Peabody hosting Franklin Parish. Those are your area games tonight. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be looking at who will be kicking the ball off and who will be receiving. Stick around. We got more coming up for you right here on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And the national anthem brought to you by the Pineville High School Rebel Marching Band, the pride of Pineville. And there's the cannon that we're hoping to hear a lot of all night long. We're getting ready for the captains to make their way out onto the field. And for Pineville tonight, it's going to be Zach Tranchina, number 29. 49 is Parker Rachel. 69 is Dayton Bass, our center. And then Jacob Miranda, number 2, will be the other captain for tonight's contest. And each of these young men representing their team very well. And on the far side, you'll see the 4 captains, 2, 3, 85, and is that 6? It's hard to see that.
Yeah.
But we are told to be on the lookout for these young men. Jimmy Duncan, number 2, Darius Washington, number 3. Number 6, of course, is J.T. Lindsay, and he lights up anything. Anytime he's got the ball, we'll be watching out for him. And so we are looking forward to seeing who wins the toss and then who kicks it off. Sometimes in the past, we want to say hello to Robert Anderson, who's at home. Normally, he'd be right down there with you. Or he'd be right down there in the middle of all that.
He's
Robert
watching,
Recovery.
I know that.
No doubt about it. He is the biggest Pineville Rebels fan there is. Normally part of our – not big because he's heavy. That's not what I meant, Landon. Don't say that. Landon said that.
I wouldn't say that.
No. But his son Landon here running the camera for us, doing the great job that he does. Referee has indicated that the gentlemen should take their sides. Pineville will be on the east side of it. And we hear that Ash will be receiving.
The ball.
So that means the Rebels will receive to start the second half. Jocko Lee will have the starting duties for us here in just a moment. Clock is set at 12 minutes. And Jocko Lee will be kicking it off from the 40-yard line for the Rebels to get this contest underway. PA announcer Randy James, you'll hear him in the background. Nobody does it better than Randy James. Randy O'Neill, Pineville High graduate from, 18? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if he can hear me that over there. 1977, he said. All right, wasn't 1800, but I was just, checking to see. The voice of the Rebels on the PA does a phenomenal job. I try to emulate him every now and then, but I don't do a very good job.
He does a great job.
He is phenomenal. All right, back to receive number 3 for the Trojans. And Darius Washington is a senior wide receiver, and I can't see the number on the far side. But Jocko will be kicking off from the right side, probably not towards Washington. We'll see here momentarily. Ash up tight like they're expecting an onside kick. We experienced that ourselves. A little pooch kick is going to come down around the 30 to the 35. He's going to get hit hard quickly by.
Boy, it's hard to see those numbers.
Exactly. Now you know what we feel. 20.
Aiden
no way Aiden Tate was out there playing special teams. Are you kidding me?
He's everywhere.
Man, the Swiss Army knife himself, Aiden Tate, out there on special teams, gets the tackle. All right, so Ash will start off with 11:57 at their own 36-yard line. And we're going to keep track of what these young men do as best we can because they are prolific. In the shotgun, brings a man in motion. Washington in motion, heads across, now going to be in the slot. He's going to hand off to JT around the left-hand side. JT steps back inside, and he's going to pick up close to 10, 11, maybe. They're going to give him 10 in the first down, so a big 10-yard run for JT Lindsay, who is difficult to bring down. It's going to take a linebacker and linemen together to stop this man. 1st and 10, they bring Washington in motion again, left to right, into the slot. Now they're going to run it back this way. JT comes this way. He gets some cuts inside the block, and it took a couple of players to bring him down. LaMarcus Thurs in there.
At 38, 39.
Yeah, so he's just knocking off big yards, is JT Lindsay. You've heard about him. Now you get to see him. In motion again, Washington, same play to the left flat. Now they're going to go back to pass. Looking way downfield, wide open in the end zone. It's going to be an easy pitch and catch to number 14, Alex Fontenot. Touchdown. for the Trojans.
That was too easy.
That was too easy. He was wide open. Busted coverage for sure. I'm not going to give him the instant replay on that one. I don't like him enough. I'm sure if you want the instant replay, you can go over to the Ash channel. But, you know, the good news about that is that the Rebel offense will be on the field soon. So we got to look for the bright spot and everything.
It was about a 39-yard pass, somewhere in that vicinity.
Extra point is up, and it's good. We'll have the scoreboard updated for you when we get back. It is, well, it looks like it's updated for you now. 7-0 on the scoreboard and the scoreboard. We'll be right back with more after this on 446 Sports.
At Wallace Eye, the best time to have your cataracts means a new deductible. So if you're just as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation fully covered by all medical insurances. You never need a associates and our method of next generation cataract affordable in the state. Only focus your vision.
All right, so back into the press box with you, Kevin Roberts, Nathan Martin. Kevin, tell us about that drive for Ash.
Let's see, it was 4 plays, what did we say, 64 yards.
There you go.
And a touchdown pass and an extra point that was good.
And they do the onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by Ash. I think it may have hit an Ash player, but I don't see a flag or a call. And Ash recovers the onside kick. That has been an Achilles heel for us this particular season. He got a great comment from our at-home commentator. JT Lindsay is an LSU commit. No doubt. Now, hold on. Look at where the ball is. They're going to say that they better move it across because that would have been less than 10 yards where they had the ball.
So just over the 50.
So just over. They had it on the wrong side. I still think that they touched the ball before it went 10 yards, but I don't get to call it. All right, toss back to JT. He's sweeping around the left. He's going to cut back inside and hits Brady Baden and a couple of Rebels. They don't bring him down, but they stop him after a 1-yard gain. So another short gain, relatively. Now, once again, I mean, it's just all JT all the time. He runs straight up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 7. And he'll get the first down into the 36, 37-yard of the Rebels. Other than the long touchdown pass, it's been all JT. And again, no, back to pass again. He's got a man at number 2.
Open. Touchdown.
Pitch and catch. Touchdown. Number 2. Jimmy Duncan, and we were told to look out for him. 13-0 the score before the PAT early in the first quarter. 10:23 to go. Ash has scored twice. Rebel offense has yet to be on the field. Ash scored after the onside kick. Carson Sellers, the holder for Ash, calls for the ball. Kick is up, and it looks like it's just as good as the last time. 14-0 the score. We'll be back with more Pineville versus Ash on 446 Sports.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
Welcome back, 446 Sports at DC Bill Bates Stadium. Rebels set to return. Hope to get the ball as the last kickoff resulted in an onside kick recovery for the Trojans. That leads to their 14-0 score early in this contest. There's another onside kick attempt, and the Rebels will not be able to recover again.
Wow.
Well, when the ball bounces, that football does not bounce like a basketball, and it's just doesn't bounce your way. Rebels definitely dejected after giving up 2 onside kicks, and the only advantage of this one is Ash will start at their own 45-yard line. A Rebel did get his hands on the ball and knocked the ball backwards, but not able to cover it. So tell us about that last drive there, Kevin.
Nathan, it was almost the same exact. It was 4 plays. I know the last one was a 39-yard, at least touchdown pass, extra point good, 14-0 Ash.
All right, man in motion, way out, and then quarterback's going to keep it. He will fall to the ground. We have a flag, I think, for a holding on 72. We're going to wait for the call. That's my early indication. I believe that's going to mark Ash back 10 yards, but let's wait and see. The referee is about to give us the call as he walks towards us. He does indicate holding. And now he'll indicate holding again against Ash. So a 10-yard penalty. That one's right at the line of scrimmage. Repeat first down will make it 1st and 20. The first different kind of play that we've seen so far is the quarterback kept it and fell forward. Could have gotten more, but the flag would have nullified any of it anyway. 1st and 20 coming up. Rebels with 3 down linemen, lots of men playing back. Got 6 in the box. Passing it near side. 3 has the ball. Washington steps out of bounds, knocked out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 12. You hear Randy James saying that Justin Rachel there on the coverage. We also expect Justin to play some quarterback if we can get the ball. Handoff straight ahead to JT. He's going to high step, spins, and gets driven forward. He was triple teamed at the 50 and gets all the way to the 41-yard line. 9 yards with men on his back, but a total of about 16-yard run, maybe 17-yard run for JT Lindsay. You understand why he'll be playing on Saturdays in Death Valley in the future. 1st and 10 from the 41. Handed off to JT again around the left-hand side. Big blocks, and he had lots of air, lots of daylight.
Down to the 29, 28.
Yep, JT's going to hustle off. I think he's maybe a little bit gimpy on that one. Yeah, he's checking out a calf or a leg as he came up. 1st and 10. Now we got to give it to somebody else. They do toss sweep coming near side to the tight end, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. Solo tackle. Was that number 6, Kilmarian, or was that 5? Yeah, that was number 5, Ty Sanders, who has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. He just gave a gift to us. Nice tackle by Ty Sanders. 2nd and 8 coming up. His dad gave him a nickname. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Quarterback keeper. Ty's going to come up on him, and he is going to get him in a shoestring, and then we'll combine in with a couple of other players that come in for the stop.
Down at the
Dearborn
14.
and Ty Sanders come up with that stop. Ty had him by the ankle, lost him, and then Dearborn came up and knocked him back so that Ty could help bring him down. 1st and 10, though. They did get the first down. Washington in motion. They toss it to Washington on the sweep. He's going to get hit in the backfield and brought down by number 20. I don't know. 29. I'm so glad people have better eyes than me.
No doubt. Not you, but
Quincy Cox is who's listed there, and he earlier in the season was redshirted, but I guess things have cleared up for him. 2nd and 11, same play, similar play to the left, but a big hole opens up. It's going to be close to the first down. He was brought down they say stop the clock, and he's going to be close to the touchdown. That's going to be 1st and goal. Bryant Dearborn gets in on the stop, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line?
Yeah.
High snap, hit in the backfield. Thank you very much. The first time Jacob Miranda gets in there and stops JT for a small loss. Jacob Miranda combining with LaMarcus Thurs got into the backfield, and I don't know that JT liked that one. 2nd and goal. They're going to give it to JT on the little toss, and he's going to be hit, but he will knock. No, he gets brought down at the 1. He had a Rebel. I think Jacob Miranda hit him, and maybe a little bit worse for the wear, but he stopped him, would not let go. 3rd and goal from the 1. High snap. Quarterback has a hard time, but JT walks in with it. Lots of flags, lots of whistles. I think there is. I don't see a flag. Do you see a flag? But the far ref has whistled.
The whistles.
All right. Dead ball. Offsides on Pineville. So they had to stop it. That play could not continue. Half the distance for the 3rd down. It'll be at the 1 yard line, at the 1 foot line, really. So the whistle did go before the play. Pineville jumped off sides. I don't see JT. Yeah, there he is. JT lines up behind Max Gassio, the quarterback. And they'll bring him in this time for a touchdown. So that brings the lead to 20 to nothing before the field goal gets kicked. That extra point. I don't know where I field goal. Sorry about that. Extra point will be shot momentarily attempted. With 7:18 to go, Rebel offense has yet to take the field after a touchdown on the Trojans' first drive and then 2 onside kicks recovered by the Trojans. Sellers late coming in to hold the ball for the kicker. There's the snap. There's the kick. That guy's got a leg. Man, he can make that from a long ways away. 21-0, the unfortunate first quarter score here in Sandy Canyon, DC Bill Bates Stadium. We'll be back with more right after this on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Rebels back to receive. There have been 2 onside kicks attempted so far. Finally, Ash kicks it deep, and that's going to go into the end zone. He's not whistled for some reason, bringing it out of the end zone, and the return will be out to around the 15-yard line. But I thought if the ball went into the end zone, they were going to have to pick him at the 20. Is that not the rule, Kevin? I thought at the high school level, if the ball went into the end zone of the kickoff, it was brought out to the 20, but obviously I'm mistaken.
Maybe not. Chose
or maybe
to
the
run
ball,
it out.
Maybe the ball didn't go into it, just his feet.
He caught it.
Okay, well, that's obviously I'm not the expert on that rule. We'll have to find somebody who can.
They start on their 15-yard line. This is the first time we've seen the Rebels offense tonight.
First time Rebels with the ball. Referee
7:09 on the clock.
It looks like Aiden Tate is in there for the Rebels at the quarterback position. Receiver at the bottom of the field. Tate calls for the ball. Handoff to Hakeem Mix right up the middle. He's going to charge and get really just to the line of scrimmage. Hakeem Mix, if he finds a sliver of light, he will pick up some yards, but he's got to get a little opening. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, Aiden Tate in at quarterback. calls for the ball. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Just a design run. He'll pick up a yard on the left-hand side. 3rd and 9 will be the down marker. Ash swaps in a defensive back for a linebacker. Pineville gave them the time to make the swap. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Tate now on the right-hand side trying to find some room. Does cut back into the inside. He's going to get a couple of more, maybe 5, but not enough for the first down. It'll be 4th and 4. So the Rebels offense for the first time on the field picks up 6 yards on 3 plays and will have to punt. Brennan Davis back to punt. The young man doing a really good job this year in the punting department, helping us a little bit. The ball starts, again, the ball will be at the 21, the line of scrimmage at the 21, so we'll mark the distance. It's over to the left, angled away from the receiver, and the Rebels will get a nice recovery down to the 40-yard line.
Almost a 40-yard.
And I think that was Aiden Tate that got down on the coverage. There are a couple of whistles down there. I don't see a flag, but a consultation by the referees at the 30-yard line. I don't see any kind of... You know, it's interesting to see Aiden Tate. He got in on special teams early on, got the tackle, then he got here on this special teams on the punt. Referee now coming on the right-hand side to say something. Oh, we have a personal foul against Ash.
So back them up. 15.
Yeah. I add 15 more to that punt.
They'll start on their 25.
It was down at around the 40, so minus 15. Should get them down around the 25, 26-yard line. They're going to start it at the 40, so definitely at the 25. Well, that's the first good news of the evening, as the Trojans will have their worst starting field position of the night. They've started at the midfield twice and then at their own 45-yard line once. They did have to get kicked back on a penalty to their own 35, but this will be their worst starting position. They'll have to go 75 yards to get pay dirt. We're at 5:37 to go in the first quarter. Trojans lead 21-0. Rebels, though, have only had one offensive possession. Man in motion to the left. Quarterback is looking downfield to pass. He's got a man open, and he stays open. The man in motion, 14, is going to evade a tackle, and 2 defenders run into each other. He'll be brought down to the 35-yard line. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 yards. That's the third time they've had about a 40-yard pass. The first time it didn't result in a touchdown. Obviously, a little difficulty in our backfields as they're throwing some options we haven't seen. 4 wide receivers, and JT runs the ball around the left. He's going to pick up some big yards close to the first down, and at about 8, maybe 7. Really interesting to see that play with 4 wide receivers. That means you don't have anybody in to block, and he still picks up 7 yards. JT Lindsey, 5'11", 185 pounds. Raw muscle. 2nd and 3, and in motion coming near side is the man who caught the long pass a while ago.
Dropped.
Ball was dropped, fortunately for the Rebels. A defender got a nice leaping attempt on the ball. I don't know that he deflected it, may have gotten a finger on it or caused the receiver to lose sight of the incoming ball. 3rd and 3 coming up. Man in motion again, number 14. They're going to hand off to JT, who's hit in the backfield.
Yes.
So low tackle for the Rebels.
Miranda. No, Lamarcus Thurs.
There you go, Mr. Thurs. Our Fry, our Wins, our Twos, our Munn, Thurs. I like to call him. Enjoyed talking with him the other night. 4th down. Going for it are the Trojans. It's 4th and 7. Lamarcus is a man of few words, as Coach Bell said, but a lot of action. 4th and 7. Rebels want to get the turnover on downs if they can get the stop here. JT in the backfield. Quarterback now looking downfield is going to throw a screen to JT, and he steps through 2 tackles around the outside and is going to be thrown out of bounds.
Lots
2
of
flags
flags
come in. They're not throwing pink tonight, although some years they have for the pink out night, but yellow flags from at least 2 different directions. And the way the play was going, I don't know if it's going to be a face mask on Pineville or what it will be. Not sure what the call will be, but it was really definitely there, seen by 2 officials on the tackle at the end of the play as the JT was being taken out of bounds. All right, personal foul. It is a face mask against the Rebels. That's what I was afraid of.
It's 15 more.
So add some more. Be half the distance from where it was because of the they were inside the 30. Well, they only brought them down to the 20.
Looks like they're going to be down at the 9-yard line.
All right, at the 10. Sorry about that. Okay, so 1st and goal. I wish they dropped the chains on the far side. Confuses me when I see the post still up. Just by the way, if you know anybody that works the chains, let them know.
Oh, yeah. I might know some of those guys.
1st and goal. You're normally down there. 1st and goal, handoff to JT straight ahead. He's going to get hit in the backfield.
They brought him back.
And brought down.
Might have given him a yard or 2.
Is that 36? Or is that 88? Yeah, 88, Brady Baden. And he really just wrapped him up and brought him down backwards. I don't think JT's used to being handled like that. 2nd and goal from the 9. From the 8, they'll give him a yard. And I enjoyed interviewing Brady a couple of weeks ago at Quibido's on the Coaches Show. Calling for the ball, back to pass, man open in the end zone. Some pushing and shoving, but no flag.
Flags.
That's the big deal. 3:02 to go. Clock will stop. 3:02 left in the first quarter. Rebels trail 21-0, but knocking at the door are the Trojans, who started this back on what, the 25-yard line?
Yes.
So they have marched the ball down 65, 66, 67 yards. 3rd and goal from the 8. Rebels showing blitz maybe. Trojans back out of it. Clock did stop on that incomplete pass at 3:02.
Motion.
Ball's on the ground, has to pick it up, looking into the end zone. Man is wide open. Number 3, Mr. Washington, I presume. Touchdown, Trojans. 27-0 so far. Bonus point coming up with the PAT after this. Trojans showing why they are 6-0 and why they are ranked in the top 10 among the elite of the elite. Extra point on its way and splitting the uprights makes it 28-0 in the first quarter. We'll be back with after this word from some of our great sponsors.
Be ready for the
off air. Kevin said we got to figure something out, Nathan, and I totally agree. Giving up 2 onside kicks. This one will not be. It'll go deep into the end zone. As you can see, that one will be a touchback. The only thing I can think about a while ago is that the ball itself did not cross. And I'm 90% sure. Robert Anderson might tell me. He'll send me a text about that if the ball goes into the end zone, does it automatically touch back, which I think is the case. Rebels will start at their 20-yard line. This will be the best starting position of the night. Started at the 15 on the last one, and then we gave up 2 onside kicks before that. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from the 20 with 2:56 to go. Back to pass. Aiden Tate looking downfield. Got a man open, and the ball is almost bounced incomplete and intercepted. Matt Edwards unable to get it. The ball went through his hands, went off his shoulder pads, and the Trojans almost picked up a deflected interception. 2nd and 10. I like the idea, though, of going a little more aerial. Now Aiden Tate will keep the ball running around the right-hand side. He's got the 3. He's in the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20.
No flag.
10. Touchdown, Rebels!
Where did they start?
Well, that one was at the 20-yard line. You remember it was a 80-yard touchdown run for Aiden Tate. The 1st and 10 was an incomplete pass to Matt Edwards. 2nd down and 10 from the 20 was an 80-yard touchdown run for Mr. Matt Edwards, and I mean for Mr. Aiden Tate. And the PAT will be attempted by Jocko Lee. That's not Jocko Lee. Yeah, it is. On the hold by the swinging gate being brought in. I think Aiden Tate. There's the cannon.
The cannon went off.
And now going for 2, lining up, kind of trying to catch him off guard. Now back to snap to catch it. That was a nice little fakeroo there. Calling for the ball. Snap. It's up, and it is
good.
Rebels back finally on the board, 28-7. That's some good news if you're a Rebel fan.
Yes.
We'll be back right after this with more from DC Bill Bates Stadium and Rebel Radio on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Welcome you back right here to DC Bill Bates Stadium, where the Rebels have gotten on the scoreboard in an impressive way. Aiden Tate on the 2nd and 10 bounced it outside, and once he got moving, you were right, Kevin, nobody was going to catch him.
Well, that was a much-needed scoring opportunity there for the Rebels.
I guarantee you that's a potential now play. Aiden Tate will keep the ball running around the right-hand side. He's got the 3. He's in the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20.
No flag.
10. Touchdown! Rebels now pooch it to the 40-yard line and on the ground. Knocked down quickly. Number 2, Jimmy Duncan, had the ball but ran into his own player and knocked down at the 42-yard line. Well, that'll charge up your Rebel team. I mean, we got a little excited up here in the press box. So excited, I want to see that replay one more time. Aerial. Now Aiden Tate will keep the ball running around the right-hand side. He's got the 3. He's in the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20.
No flag.
10. Touchdown! That's 7 points for the Rebels. On the score for the first time. The cannon fires and the Rebels cheer.
All right, let's see if we can get a defensive stop.
Got to dial in something here. Giving up some big passes. I know that's going to hurt the defensive backs. Man and Mo, we have a flag.
False
start against the Trojan, I believe. Referee will tell us before the ball was snapped, a false start against the Trojans will back them up 5 yards and maybe, just maybe, getting in their head a little bit. Rebels came to play. Trojans have taken advantage of their good field position tonight, starting this one at their 42. Man in motion to the left-hand side. Quarterback looks for him, and he finds him on a screen to number 2, and he will be brought down by, I believe, LaMarcus Thurs after about a 5-yard gain. maybe a 7-yard gain, gets them. That's a 5-yard gain back up to the original line of scrimmage when it was
at 42.
All right, so they get a 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Snap, hand off to JT. Another quarterback keeper, and he is on a naked bootleg. He's able to pick up about 12, give him 11 for the first down. Ash kind of using a little bit of a hurry-up offense of their own. Quarterback in the shotgun. Tosses it to JT on the left-hand side. He cuts inside. He's hit by a couple of players who introduced themselves to him, saying, "Welcome to Rebel Nation." May have been Lamarcus in there. Not positive. Was that what? All right, so the PA announcer says Jacob Miranda in there. 2nd and 8. Handoff again to Lamarcus to JT on the left. He'll be ankle tackled, but get the first down at the 35-yard line. JT Lindsay. You will hear that name again on Saturday nights in the future. You're getting to see him here on Friday night. I don't know how many yards he's got, but I know it's a bunch. 1:29 to go and counting in the first quarter. 35 points have been scored so far in the first quarter. Unfortunately, 28 of them by the Trojans. Calling for the ball in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to JT ahead. JT, he just slices through and hits a defensive back, bounces off of him. He's at the 20, trying to cut it back inside. His feet slip out underneath him. Ty Sanders will get credited for the tackle, but it'll be Ty in the grass. Ty stayed with him all the way. Interesting, I was going to mention a while ago, his dad mentioned the nickname he liked for him. I'm going to tell you about that next time we have a little bit longer of a break. Snap, going to hand off again to JT up the middle. He's going to be ankle tackled. One of the Rebels reached up in there, and I think that may have been Lamarcus Thurs. So 2nd and 9 coming up. The name that Ty Sanders' dad, Bryant, said to me the other day was Headhunter.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I like that because he definitely is always on the look.
He's all over the field.
2nd and 8, man in motion. Washington going to toss it to him on the left-hand side. He's going to cut in the inside, and nobody be between him and the end zone.
Touchdown, Trojans.
Is that that wasn't Micah there playing there that cast on his hand, is it? Yeah, that was Micah that almost got the tackle there at the end zone. Did you notice that?
I knew he was out there. I got lost on that one.
So Micah Roberts playing at linebacker with a cast on his hand. 34-7 the score. The PAT coming up in a moment. PAT attempt. Carson Sellers to hold the ball again. Ball is snapped well. Ball is kicked well. Ball goes through the uprights. Does not go through the uprights, surprisingly. And so we will have, with 17 seconds to go, a 34-7 contest right here on 446 Sports. Welcome back to Bill Bates, DC Bill Bates Stadium. The Rebels trail 34-7, but with only a few opportunities to put up an offense, this will be the third opportunity as the ball will be into the end zone again. So 2 onside kicks after an initial score gave the Trojans a 21-0 lead, and then 2 more scores have brought them to 34-7 after missing the PAT. Rebels will have only their, is this the 3rd possession or the 4th possession? Let's see, there have been 3 kickoffs, so 3 deep kickoffs.
Should
it's
be
only the third. So if you think about it, we've scored on 50% of our possessions. All right.
Hakeem
no,
Mix.
is that Mix or is that Kelmarian? I couldn't tell.
Mix.
Well, I'm glad you got the eyes in there. He was playing the little Wildcat direct snap.
I don't know. Could have been Kale. It was.
Kel stayed on the field. That's the end of the third
That
quarter.
might have been-
First quarter.
That was probably Kelmarian.
All
Kelmarian.
So after a 2-yard gain, the Rebels will switch sides, and we will take a break and be right back with the second quarter on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
All right, we are back with the second quarter to play. Rebels have trailed right here at this contest 34-7, but have only had the ball 3 times. This is their third possession, so it's been quite the contest for the Rebels. Trying to check in on some other scores. St. Mary is trailing 7-0 against Montgomery. Tioga trailing 21-7 against West Washita. Interesting there. All right, 2nd and 8. Snap. It's going to be a quick out to the right-hand side. And that pass was to Aiden Tate.
Flag.
Aiden Tate on the reception.
Flag after the play.
It was an out-of-bound hit, perhaps. Is that Justin Rachel in at quarterback?
Looks like it might be on Ash. Is it a late hit? Here it comes.
All right, the call is a dead ball personal foul against Ash. Probably that late hit out of bounds. Quickly going to take a look.
So whatever it takes to move the ball, right?
That's right. Looking at some real quick stats. Aiden Tate, 3 rushes for 86 yards. Kilmarian Phillips only has 2 yards on 1 rush, and Hakeem Mix, no yards on 1 rush.
It's the ball with the 41.
Ash has 17 first downs. 17 first downs in the first quarter. And 154 yards rushing, 153 yards receiving. Ouch. Handoff on the right-hand side. He's going to get across the first down marker to around the 44. So a 2.5-yard pickup. Aiden Tate on the handoff from from Justin Rachel in at quarterback, playing both ways on defense. Calling for the ball, turns around, hands it to him again. Aiden now hits the lineman and he's going to keep on fighting forward, and he's going to pick up about 4 more.
To the 48 or 49.
Aiden rushing hard as he drove the man back. 3rd and 2 coming up. Rebels near and into territory of the Trojans. That'll be a first down. Rebels into Trojan territory for the first time on a first down. The last time we were there, we went all the way to the end zone. Man in motion from the outside. Kelmarian. Now Justin Rachel is going to get sacked. No, he stays on his feet somehow and is able to avoid. I do not know how on earth. I have no idea
he escaped.
how he escaped that.
He had 2 or 3 guys grasp him.
Huge play there. Absolutely phenomenal play by Justin Rachel, who ends up getting a short gain on the play. 2nd and 9.
That was Houdini.
All right, the man in motion gets the toss, and the tank. No, he stays on his feet to the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
That's Kel Marion.
Kel Marion Phillips gets the first down for the Rebels.
What a great run.
He almost went down, put a hand down, stayed up, wasn't an elbow. Rebels are excited to be moving the ball. Coach Bell giving some encouragement. Aiden Tate does get called in the backfield on that one. So a 2-yard loss there on that one. Coach Bell having some encouraging words from the sidelines, trying to get that out there. 2nd and 10 coming down. He sees something he's trying to communicate in. Justin Rachel back to pass. Got a man, right off the fingertips of 35 of the Trojans. Cameron Layfield almost came down with a interception. So 3rd and 12 now. Tried to float it in, but didn't realize how high Layfield could jump.
Got a little confusion.
Rebels have to call timeout, their first one of the first half, as we weren't lined up where we needed to be. Let's take that timeout ourselves. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Welcome back, Rebels. Nice little drive that started at their 25-yard line. Where did it start at? Handoff to the right-hand side, trying to get something. Aiden Tate was bunched up after a short gain. Going to pick up about 2, but it's back to the original line of scrimmage, and that drive started.
I can't.
That's all right. It happens. I was at the 20 because it was kicked into the end zone, now that I think about it. So it started at the 20. 4th and 10, Rebels stay on the field. Rachel's in there, but it looks like, I'm not sure if Aiden Tate's lined up offset. Yeah, he's lined up. No, Tate calling for the ball.
Man in motion.
He fakes the give. It's going to be a pass. Oh, no.
Man.
Just off the fingertips
Right idea.
of Landon Grimes, who was close to the first down. The Rebels will turn the ball over at the 27-yard line. Nice drive, just unable to capitalize, as a couple of miscues here and there. I know Coach Bell was seeing some things. He really liked the momentum. And then he got a sideline warning, an unofficial sideline warning from the referee that he was getting out onto the field a little bit too much. Trojans can celebrate the turnover on downs as they'll take over at the 27-yard line with 9:17 to go in the second quarter. Put the Macfield man in motion. I thought there was early movement, and there was. It looked to me like number 20, Vaughn Darbon, moved early, and I believe that's who's going to be called for the false start or the procedure play. 2 men in motion or early movement. Let's see what he says. All right, before the snap, false start. He didn't say it, number 20, but that's who I saw moving early. We'll make it 1st and 15. Referee has to pick up his flag. They've got 2 receivers stacked out to the right-hand side, 2 men in the backfield, one up in the front halfback, one backfield. And another referee says, hold on. Okay. We're ready to go. You hear the whistle. Man in motion, exact same play. Now he held out as a receiver was in there looking downfield. He's got somebody open, and it's going to be a reception at the 50. Brought down after a 4-yard gain, but Darius Washington makes the big reception at the 50-yard line, plus tacks on 4 more, giving the Trojans a first down when they were looking at 1st and 15. Well, they can sure go downfield, can't they?
27-yard pass.
At the Rebel 47 now, 1st and 10. 3 receivers. They're going to hand off to 20, and he will be stopped after about a 6-yard, 5-yard gain. That's Vaughn Darbon, who was called on the false start earlier. Coach Bachman trusts him to put him back in. 2nd and 5. Hand off again to JT, who's going to get hit around the line of scrimmage and brought down for a 1-yard gain. Nice job of the Rebels getting in there. I think Thurs got in there, wrapped him up after that 1-yard gain. 3rd and 4. Around the side, JT is going to be brought down. Tried to hurdle, but the hurdle jumped up and grabbed him. It'll be 4th and 2. That's how you play that.
Look like they're going for it.
4th and 2, clock rolling at 7:55 to go in the second quarter. Handoff straight ahead, and he sidesteps and then cuts right on through. It's going to be a 39-yard touchdown run for J.T. Lindsay. Can I say I don't like him?
No.
Oh, I can't say that? Okay, I was just curious. I like him when he's playing anybody but Pineville, but man.
You can like him next year at LSU.
And I have a feeling we will. 40-7 the score with 7:46 to go in the second quarter. Rebels have had limited offensive production because they have given up 2 onside kicks. Here comes the PAT. And it's good. 41-7 is the score as you see the DC Bill Bates Stadium scoreboard, which has a lot of brand new pretty lights on it, showing you that unhappy score in the second quarter. We'll be back with more right after this.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
It's a deep kickoff once again into the end zone for the Trojans. Trojans leading 41-7. Kick it into the end zone does number 30, Eli Fung. He is a sophomore kicking it that deep. What's he going to do when he's a senior? Man, a sophomore, man, he's, 14 years old? Maybe 15, kicking the ball like that. Wow. All right, 1st and 10 for the Rebels, who have really shown good promise on offense. We've scored. We've had a long drive. We had a turnover on downs. Aiden Tate looking for somebody to pass it to, and he does get it down into the ground incomplete, unfortunately. I thought Kelmarian was going to come up with it. I'm looking through some weird angle here. 2nd and 10 coming up, and now they're going to send Kelmarian and Edwards to the far side. Got a tight end on the left, tight end on the right. Got Justin Rachel back in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Justin. He's playing running back. Not something I've seen him ever do before, but he did pick up a couple of yards. I have never seen Justin play running back. I've seen him play defensive back. I've seen him play special teams. I've seen him play quarterback, but never seen him play running back. So that's interesting.
We're having to get creative.
We really are with these injuries that we're experiencing. So Matt Edwards along with Kelmarian Phillips to the bottom of the field. 2 tight ends. Quarterback Aiden Tate is looking for a man downfield, and he throws it at the feet of Matt Edwards. Had the ball been in the air, it could have been catchable, but They just unfortunately short-hopped it to him. It's 4th down. Rebels will have to kick, I'm afraid. So the punt, I should say, will be on its way shortly for the Rebels. Brennan Davis should be on the punt. Rebels bringing a late substitution in. Back to receive around the midfield area is a Trojan. High snap, and it's going to be a really decent little punt that's going to hit around the 40 and take a Rebels bounce and die at the 40. At least it didn't take a Trojan bounce. So Ash will take over at the Rebel 40. They need to enjoy their good fortune cookies tonight because they have been giving them good sayings, good outcomes all night long. 6:52, Ash takes over at the Rebel 40-yard line. It's a happy birthday night for Ty Sanders, but the Trojans have been getting the gifts. Except for the hits that Ty's been putting on.
He gave us one gift.
He sure did. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. High snap, brought down. Number 20 gets the handoff. He's going to be hit after about 10 yards. Brought down after 11. 1st down, keep the clock rolling. Ash not having JT in there. They're letting Vaughn Darbon run some of this running stuff. He gets the handoff again and sidesteps, gets hit in the backfield and brought down for a small gain. Rebels were bringing someone in late on the substitution there. I think that was, well, you may have heard Micah Roberts got the stop, but a different player had come in substituting just before that. 2nd and 9. They're going to toss it to Darbon on the right-hand side. He's got a head of steam, and he's going to get deep into the backfield close to the 1st down. If not, he did. 1st down for the Trojans, and that was really well executed for the Trojans. Darbon went in motion, and he already had a head of steam underneath him when that ball was tossed to him. Straight ahead for Darbon, who's going to get into the backfield and inside the 5-yard line for another 1st down. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Trojans. Clock continues to roll, 6:07. Rebels are going to make a substitution if they can in time, bringing in Dalen Tatum back into the game. Dalen Tatum, our our lineman of the game from last week, and trying to get some heavy D in there. They had Brennan Davis in as a D-back, and we have a penalty against the Rebels to bring half the distance down to the 3, I believe. 1st and goal from the 3 for the Trojans. Easy pickings, you would think. High snap, though, and Darbon gets it. He's going to be brought down after a touchdown. He did get hit, but he got into the end zone. 47-7 is the unhappy 2nd quarter score for the Trojans over the Rebels with 5:52 to go. Ash needs to get another player in. They only have 10 on the field. They've got time. Play clock didn't even start. Kick is up and good. It's 48-7. Ash will be back right after this.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
48-7, Trojans lead.
5:52 left in the half. Long kick. So, I guess that rule.
That's what I'm telling you. He had to. All I can say, that's always been my understanding of it. I think his feet went in, and maybe the ball didn't cross the plane, because the referee does stand and he looks down the plane.
Okay.
And or maybe he called it the one, went back into the end zone and came out.
Yeah,
but
they let him come out, didn't they?
They did on that one particular play. I didn't understand it, but
at that time it was clear he caught it in the end zone, but they brought it out to the 20.
So the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their 20 with 5:49 to go. Aiden Tate calls for it, hands off to Justin Rachel, who's trying to cut back inside. He's going to be brought down after a very short gain. You know, you create a season and a game plan based on variables, and then when your variables change, you've got to be able to flex. It's interesting, we've not seen Hakeem Mix here in a while. I don't know if there's an injury. To see Justin Rachel in at running back instead of at quarterback.
And Aiden Tate.
At quarterback.
Running the Wildcat or just being the quarterback, huh?
Yep. So we have a flag. I think there's going to be motion against the Rebels.
Start.
Yeah, so after that, Rebels are going to make a substitution. Cameron Perry will check back in. Odd that he was not out there earlier, but he will check back in after that penalty. 2nd and 14 coming up. All right, so my expert confirms, Robert Anderson says the ball has to break the plane. A lot of pushing and shoving, no call on the long pass, going for Landon Grimes, who was quadruple teamed. Do you see that? Quadruple teamed. And there was some pushing and shoving going. He was not able to come down. I appreciate Robert. I really thought that might be it, that the ball has to break the plane. And even if the feet were in the end zone, as long as he kept the ball in front of him, he was able to return it. 3rd and 15 coming up. Aiden Tate looking downfield. He's got a man on the screen to Justin Rachel. He splits through to the 30, 35, now to the 40, at the 50. If he can keep going, he gets caught from behind and dropped out of bounds on the Trojan side of the field. And that screen shut the door on the defense of the Trojans. Great job and execution there.
Almost 50 yards, wasn't it?
Very nicely done, and that's a lot of yards after catch if you think about it, because he catches the ball around the line of scrimmage. So both Tate and Rochelle's numbers will be helped with that pass, and referee waves off the flag. Apparently there was a flag we didn't see. Rebels get the ball 1st and 10 at the 40, and we have a timeout. Coach Bell very unhappy about something with the referees. And he's actually going to go talk to the white hat, which you don't see that happen that often. And he's actually, if you notice what he's saying, is that there was a horse collar. He wants the call because of player safety. He wants that called, and he is frustrated about the lack of that particular call. And he's being forceful. You know, I don't see Bell do that much. So he obviously very disappointed in a play, and he called the timeout to give him time to go talk to the referee. Referee explaining that why he didn't think it was a horse collar, or maybe he had jersey and didn't have shoulder pads. But
to no avail.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything switched, but you'll make your point. And you'll let them know that you're watching. And I see the referee actually writing something down. So maybe to make a notation to go back and look at some film. They will grade themselves. The referees do go back on Saturday mornings and grade their performance to see if they missed something egregious. And I give credit to these officials for doing the best job that they can. Hearing Robert says that was Hicks. Are you saying that's who the referee was?
Bounces out.
Coming near side, trying to jump it up,
That's
and
almost
a horse collar again, but no call as coming around near side. Hakeem Mix is now back in the field, and so we just got through saying he wasn't out there, but he is out there. 4-yard gain for Hakeem. All right, 3 receivers, 2 at the bottom. They're going to fake the handoff to Hakeem. Tate rolls to his left, looking downfield. He's got somebody downfield. What is it?
We caught it.
Oh, check it out. Kelmarian Phillips. And that was a nice long throw by Aiden Tate. Around 40 yards, around, I'm not sure exactly, but Rebels have 1st and goal from the 3.
He heaved that up.
He did.
Kelmarian just
and
went up
and I was looking at Grimes, but Kelmarian was the intended receiver.
In the same vicinity, huh?
Tate calls for the ball, and if people jump, we're going to have false start against the Rebels.
There's a cannon.
Oops.
False.
Was that a prophetic cannon? That's what I just want to know. Is that a prophetic cannon?
Oh, we don't shoot it until we score, guys.
Well, they practiced this week, remember?
Yeah.
All right, 1st and goal.
They backed us up.
Oh, long screen pass is what Robert's telling us. Okay, 1st and goal from the 9, or from the 8-yard line. 4 minutes exactly left on the clock. Running around the right-hand side, trying to cut inside. Hakeem's going to get to the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. So we're trying to catch up on a couple of stats we'll bring to you in a moment. Snap. Going to hand off to Hakeem Mix on the left-hand side. Bounces it, gets brought down. Oh, hey, the flag. That may have been the horse collar, because he was brought down from behind, and it was the referee that the coach had talked to that threw the flag. As he makes his way back around, talking into the microphone to the other referees, saying, hey, guys, I have to get that horse collar, or they called us. Just kidding. Personal foul. What?
That's Pineville.
How? Who? What? When? Where? I have no idea. I guess his horse collar hurt the guy's hand. I'm not sure. Okay. Holding against the Rebels. Okay. Holding against the Rebels. Thank you. And now they're going to take it. Okay, that. Thank you for the correction there. Oh, I think Coach Bell just took a flag for the team. Coach Bell just took a flag for the team.
He's pushing all the guys back. It's a sideline against the coach.
Well, I didn't get the mic up in time. You could almost hear the referee yelling the penalty.
And
I'll tell you, I heard coach as well, and I do know that sometimes a coach will take one for his team just to make a point.
Backs them up to about the 33.
So that's 2nd and goal from the 33. 2nd and goal. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. 2nd and goal from the 33. Let's turn the crowd mic up and hear what happens. Looking downfield, he's got a man in the middle double teamed, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
No flags.
Now I see Justin Rochelle checking in.
Oh, there is a flag in the backfield, though.
Oh, really?
This could go from bad to worse.
If you notice, a lot of radio talking for this referee. I don't talk bad about refs. I just don't. But
no, that's on
personal
them.
foul, roughing the passer. Okay. And automatic first down. Well, that helps a little bit.
Yeah, gets us back in.
But you know what? What's interesting about that, it's no longer, instead of 3rd and goal from the 33, it's first and 10.
From the, what?
From the 17.
17.
And now Ash calls a timeout because they see perhaps a little bit of disorganization, disunity, and discontentment. So we're going to take.
Right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible. So if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
All right, you got two preachers up in the press box here, Nathan and Kevin Roberts with you, and all my discontent and all the other stuff gave me your disc commercial. And tell me again, what was your sermon? You did Jesus is Lord of
over death and
disease,
demons, and the storms.
And the storms. I like that. All right. First and goal for the Rebels from the, I guess it's the 18. Let's make them pay. It's going to be a handoff from the right-hand side. Hakeem, he turns it up. He gets into the 10, and that's going to be a first down for the Rebels.
Got the 4.
Well, it looks like he got to the 7, yeah. I like that first down for the Rebels. Now, look at the bottom of the screen. You've got two Rebels stacked up back-to-back. Hard for you to see, Kevin, from your angle. Hand off to Hakeem. He's going to cut inside to the 2, to the 1, to the touchdown!
Hakeem
Boom!
Mix. Come on, Cannon.
We need the cannon. We need the cannon. Give us the cannon. Of the screen, you've got two Rebels. Here's the lineup on the instant replay from the 7. Hand off to Hakeem. He's going to cut inside to the 2, to the 1, just to the balls to the touchdown.
I was going to say he fought for that one.
He earned every one of those yards.
Well, we needed that.
What a vindication for Coach Bell as well. Getting out there and taking the penalty, and then the Rebels to come back and just there's the cannon.
The cannon.
We'll take it. All right, we had a substitution coming in, and they made him go back, and then they said, okay, you can come out.
Yeah.
And that was for the Rebels, number 26, Dusty Russell. Don't get to call his name a whole lot. Nice to see him out there.
Landon, was that cannon was about 2 minutes late this time?
Just wait.
All right, PAT on its way in just a moment. And we had Justin Rachel with a hold that time. It's good.
It's good.
Jocko Lee makes it 48-14 and some vindication for the Rebels. We'll be back right after this.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
Time for the kickoff, and it's going to be a little poocher down to around the 40. Rebels are able to get some good coverage as Ash players bumped into each other, and they'll take over at the 40-yard line. But, oh, my, how about that instant screen? You've got two Rebels stacked up back-to-back. Hard for you to see, Kevin, from your angle. Hand off to Hakeem. He's going to cut inside to the 2, to the 1, to the touchdown. Boom, baby, boom. I've lost track of how many timeouts anybody has. So, so with 3:07 to go, we hope to talk to Coach Bell going into the half. My son Anderson will be down there with a telephone, using the best of Bluetooth technology to talk to Coach Bell if we're able to. He may not want to, but I know he's going to be excited to talk to his players. Here's the snap from moving right now. He's looking for somebody downfield. He's got somebody at the 46-yard line. Ash will get the first down at the 48-yard line.
At 11-yard.
It already feels like it's been 3 quarters gone by, and we still got 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. 8 o'clock, 8:13 is the time. High snap, brought down, handed JT back in the game. Oh, JT running forward and
bowling over.
He did bowl over a Rebel that time. JT had sat out for a while, taking a breather, but he's back in the game.
He likes running over guys, doesn't he?
No doubt. He can do it. He can bring the pain. 2nd and 1. Hand off again to JT. He's going to do the same thing, but this time Jacob Miranda says, excuse me, sir. You're in DC Bill Bates Stadium. You don't get to do that.
That was a good stop.
It was. He did get a first down, but Jacob Miranda said, you shall not pass. And he didn't pass him. 1st and 10. Hand off to, once again, pass, back to pass. And, there's going to be a penalty, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yep, here it comes.
I'll take that penalty, though, because if he'd gotten behind him, it was 6 points. He stayed with him step for step, it looked like. I don't have an instant replay to show you, but
the pass was really good.
Yeah.
But like you said, if he wouldn't have interfered, it probably would have been a touchdown.
So, pass interference against the defense, 15 yards, first down. We'll take that. That's going to put them down around the 20-yard line at the 21, I believe. And we'll take 1st and 10 at the 21 over watching a PAT being kicked. Small consolation. 1st and 10. JT in the backfield behind quarterback Carson Sellers. Sellers with it now, moving to his left, and he has the ball a little bit too much in front of.
Tight end.
I'll check to see if we can get trying to get the connection. I think we have it. Let's see here. Anderson, are you on the line with us? I need you to just let me know something, Anderson. I have the connection, but I don't hear it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got you. Anderson will be there. Here's the quarterback handing it off to JT once again, and JT's going to be stopped after a very short. All right, so a nice stop by Micah Roberts there. He wraps him up, puts that cast into his back. Maybe punches his kidneys. Just kidding. He wouldn't do that. 3rd down. They're letting some clock run now. 1:39. Ash would like to let as much clock burn as possible. Obviously, they do want to score, but don't want to give any time back to the Rebels, whose offense has been surprisingly resilient tonight. Looking downfield for a pass. He's now flushed out of the pocket, having to scroll to his right. He's going to tuck and run, and he'll be – I thought he was knocked out of bounds. Do you see I do see a touchdown call from the near side.
Uh-oh.
Near side official calls the touchdown. I thought he was knocked out of bounds, but the near side official called the first down. Nope. Now they did say he was knocked out of bounds at the 4, so now I got to take those points off the board that I just put up. All right.
Ash is cheering, and they didn't score, did they?
Yep.
Unless they scored and they're going for the extra point.
Well, the ball is at the extra marker. You can see that, the extra point marker. Scoreboard did give them
They did.
Okay, they did.
They did score.
All right.
So they're going for 2.
Going for 2 to try to get back. And a timeout by Coach Bachman, who's going to call his Trojans over to discuss it. So, Anderson, I want to see if I can bring you in. I don't know. Do you guys see where Anderson is? He's wearing that yellow jacket. And he's I don't see him. He had that yellow hoodie on, and we're trying to find him so we can get him back on the line. We're hoping to get to talk to Coach Bell at the half. We will have the halftime show for the Pineville High School Band for you. Lots of good timeout action here as folks are making adjustments. Ash would like to get back to the traditional 56 points. How you like that? The traditional? 7 times 8, is that right?
Yep.
You know, that was always my hardest multiplication. I had a hard time remember 7 times 8. I can remember 7 times 7 and 7 times 9.
Yeah,
7 times 8 was my hard one.
The first one I ever memorized was 7 times 9, I believe.
You know what I should have done was 7. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So 56 is 7 times 8. Now, I'm 51. I'm 59 years old. I'm just now thinking about that. 56 is 7 times 8. Does that help you, Landon? He's like, I don't care. I don't have to do math no more. I graduated. All right, going for 2 are the Trojans. High snap, give it to JT, and JT will not be denied.
Man, he's
in for 2.
Hit him behind the.
He was hit.
The goal line,
but he was not stopped.
Not stopped.
At the halftime, well, 1:17 to go before the half. Ash leads 54-14. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Rebels back to receive.
Or give them the ball back.
That's right. All right, it's a deep kick once again. It's at the 1 yard line. The return is on. He gets out to the 20, and he's still on his feet. He's still charging forward, but he will get forward motion to the 20.
That was a good hard run.
I like seeing that. So the Rebels take over with 50, and the clock is running. I guess we have that mercy rule going here. 56-14. I got to update that score. It shows it right in my computer, but not on my screen. So give me a second. Let's fix that. Don't like it when it does that.
Not kidding, that clock is running.
And I do believe it's
28 seconds. Hakeem Nix on a big run. Hey. He's got daylight. Down to the 38.
They would have to run something fast as the clock is at 12 seconds. I don't know that we'll get anything off, and Hakeem is on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's the question for you, all right? Is that an Ole Miss play, or is Hakeem really hurt? Sorry.
That's good. To all our Ole Miss Rebel fans out there.
Yeah, you guys know y'all do that all the time.
That's the biggest fake. Now, not Hakeem, but.
Okay, yeah, I see him. Thank you. Now we see Anderson. Good deal. He just don't have the phone up where he can hear me. Yeah, so my son-in-law graduated from Ole Miss. And he was here in town that weekend that we played them, and boy, was he excited for about 99% of the game. Mm-hmm. But he didn't like the last play.
No.
not as an old Miss fan. I didn't rub it in too much.
No.
He would have rubbed it in hard if it was and he admitted that they do that all the time. There was one play where you actually saw one of the players tell the other players, go down.
Yeah.
They kind of had to figure out which one they can afford to sit out. Akeem Mix getting a big hand after the big run. Clock is stopped at 5 seconds.
And I really thought he was going to find that hole. You know, he turned the corner, and I thought he had it.
So they may start running the clock. We got to watch this to see if they start running the game clock at the
5 seconds.
They did. 4, 3,
That's
2,
it.
1. All right, that's going to be the halftime, and let's see if we can get a quick word in with Coach Bryant Bell. Anderson's going to have to unmute it. We are, Coach Bell, we can't hear you. Can you nod your head if you can hear us? All right, so apparently the mute button is pressed on that microphone and on that phone right there. I don't know if there's a way to unmute it on the screen. There we go. I hear you now. Okay, there we go. Now we've got you, Coach. You know, I know the score is nothing that you like at all. You were animated on a call a while ago. Was there a horse collar that you thought that they missed, or what was the issue there?
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble with anything that I'm really thinking. Yeah, they missed that call.
All right, we thought so too, and we appreciated your willingness to stand up for your players and doing that. You've got to be impressed, even though the offense hasn't been out there much. They've been very impressive. Aiden Tate at quarterback. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we've moved the ball well when we've had it. I don't know how many snaps that we've had, but it hasn't been that many. But yeah, we've played hard on offense, and we're going to try to, work on some things here in the second half. Some things that maybe against good competition here, and we can only get better in these next 24 minutes. So looking forward to it. I'm about to go in the locker room and pick these guys up and get them back out in the right frame of mind here in the second half.
Go tell them how proud we are, Coach. Go pick up those men. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Bryant Bell, exactly what we expect to hear from him, and he's going to run his way to the locker room. We took a lot of his time, and we can only thank him for doing that for us. I don't want to get him in trouble for anything, but I really appreciated his willingness to speak up for his players when he felt like something wasn't taking place the way that it should have. We're going to take a little moment to listen to the Dixie Dancers, watch the Dixie Dancers. Going to bring you some halftime stats and more, so stick around. We're going to mute our mics and let you enjoy the red-hot Dixie Dancers.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, your Pineville ladies. To entertain you, if you'll grab your programs that you purchased earlier this evening, take a look on the back cover. The back cover, right-hand corner, we're looking for the number 45. If you have the number 45 sticker.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. With Farm Bureau Insurance, you may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 3.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a dream into a reality.
In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle.
This program is supporting the Pineville High School Rebel Cheerleaders.
Schedule your cataract evaluation.
And don't forget, you still got a little more time. Have those tickets, just $1 apiece.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make it to the branch to deposit a check or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the program direct your attention to midfield under the direction of band director Brandon McGrew. We proudly present the pride of Pineville Rebel Marching Band.
We welcome you back. We welcome you back to Rebel Stadium, Pineville High School, DC. Bill Bates. Rebel Stadium as the Pineville High School band takes the field, and we're going to let you listen to them. have the Pride of Pineville Marching Band making their way to the sidelines after presenting a beautiful halftime show, and appreciate hearing from them. Kevin Roberts, along with Landon Anderson, some insights from home from the armchair, and we appreciate that. I got to figure out a way to get him to call in and chat with him on the air. And in fact, Robert, I think I know how to do that. Robert, if you will call my cell phone number, which you have, I think I can get you on the air, believe it or not. So I'm going to be looking for your call if you're listening. I know this is like spontaneous on the spot, but you know my number. Give me a call, and I'm going to see if I can get you on the air. Statistical information, and that one of those key pieces of information is that Aiden Tate, who tonight so far has run for 103 yards, only needs 22 more yards to break 1,000 yards for the season. Now think about it. This is the 7th game.
Wow.
If he breaks 1,000 yards by the 7th game, that shows you the kind of production he's had. Of course, he had that big 400-yard game here a few weeks ago, setting a Pineville High School record.
What was the run tonight? Was it 77 or 80?
It was 80-something. Let's see if I have that. It shows that he has 8 runs. That number is so small for 103 yards. So most of them have been small, but he did have that 80-yard run. It wasn't 80-yard because it was second and 10 from the 20.
Yeah.
So as we look at him, interestingly, though, one of the big statistics, and Coach Bell pointed that out in our halftime interview, was the number of snaps. Pineville has had 29 snaps. Ash has had 49 snaps due to those 2 onside kick recoveries that they've had. So that means or explains to you why Ash has 26 first downs to Pineville's 10 first downs. And they have 275 rushing yards, 196 receiving yards to Pineville's 150 rushing and 96 receiving yards. And so a lot of it just simply has to do with the number of snaps that each team has been able to effectuate.
Yeah, it was about the, 4th possession before we even saw the ball.
So Ash received first, then they scored the touchdown. They kicked an onside kick, scored a touchdown, kicked another onside kick. They were up 21-0 before Pineville ever even touched the ball.
You're right.
So that took a while to get to some scoring. But then once Pineville, did score, they were able to move the ball well. They did drive the ball down one and turned it over on downs after driving about 60 yards. And then they've had a couple of scoring drives here. So Pineville's been doing some good things on offense, but when they've had the ball.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big kicker there. Give you a couple of other stats from around the league, and I'm being a couple other scores, I should say, to you. Ash, as you know, leading right here at halftime, 56-14. Montgomery is leading St. Mary, or is trailing St. Mary 14-0. Tioga trailing West Washita 21-4. And I believe if this works the way I think it's going to work, we've got Robert Anderson on the line. Robert, are you there?
I'm here, my man.
Hey, brother, man, we're so happy to have you joining us from the armchair position high in the beautiful, I guess, comfort of your living room.
Yes, I'm right here at Mama's house, enjoying the ball game. And I wanted to get out there tonight, but I just wasn't ready yet. Just still trying to, get my strength back and trying to get my, battle a little fatigue and a cough, and I just didn't think I could make it through a full game tonight.
Well, we can hear it a little bit in your voice, but we know that
good to hear your voice,
It is
Robert.
Absolutely delightful to hear you. And 1-0 after 2 onside kick recovers, but you got to be hecka impressed by the way that the offense has got out there and moved the ball.
Away from 1,000 yards, on the season, so that's a big milestone right there for a junior that we got coming back next year.
Well, and we are so excited to have him back and Carter Smith, the quarterback, back. I think we'll have Hakeem Mix back next year.
Mix back, correct.
So all big parts, and we've just seen. But again, I go back to I said this almost every game. When the big plays go against you, the big plays don't go your way, you can't give up. And I don't see give, even though we're trailing 56-14. I didn't see a bit of give in these kids in the first half. And in their minds, it's a whole new game right now.
Yeah, Nathan, we're dealing with a bunch of injuries, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball. And there's a lot of young kids that are playing.
Texted me something about maybe a call I missed. Was that?
Well, no. You remember when we thought he was Justin Rashell on that screen pass?
It ended up being Hakeem.
Oh,
it was Hakeem. It was Hakeem on that screen pass that we gained about 40.
Yeah.
You know what threw me off on that is both of them have the white jerseys hanging out underneath their upper jerseys. If you notice, and it just kind of look. There's right there in the middle of the field. I'm gonna see if I can transition over. Justin's at the 50-yard line, and he's got that white hanging out underneath him. And I think Hakeem had the same thing earlier. So I just saw the white jersey and thought it was Justin Rashell. And then later I saw Hakeem had the white sticking out from underneath his. So obviously they're different players, different numbers, a 15 and a 1. But that white jersey that white T-shirt is what I went by. So I'm glad you caught that correction for me.
No problem. I'm glad I'm able to be here and see if I see something that y'all don't see, even though it's from so far away, but it's those little things like that I can pick up on.
Well, thank you. It's a dilemma we have with you being. I mean, when you're watching, you got about a minute delay. So I know you know that, but sure is great to have you here. We're getting ready to kick off this second half. But Robert Anderson, thank you so much for calling in, and we hope before the end of the season you're back either with me in the booth or on the field helping out. We got 3 more games after tonight in the regular season and then the playoffs.
Matter of fact, I won't make the next 2.
Right.
But I see my cardiologist on Monday. Cardiac rehab on Tuesday, and I meet with Dr. Grant.
Great to hear from you, Robert.
Great to hear from you, my friend.
Kevin,
thanks for calling.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. And and I'm glad I got a good sub tonight.
There you go. Robert Anderson calling from the armchair. Their armchair to start the second half. Great return for the birthday boy, Ty Sanders. Love it. All right, so the Rebels, after the uplifting speech, I'm sure, at halftime by Coach Bell, will come out on offense. And there's the look. Hakeem's over here, number 1. He's got the white shirt out. I'm telling you, that white shirt. And then Justin Rashell at the top, both of them with that white T-shirt.
Hanging out.
One of y'all needs to put a red one on or something. Okay. Solo, the quarterback, he's going to be hit in the backfield for a short loss, as the Ash Trojans were not fooled at all by that snap. A 1-yard loss for Aiden Tate. Now he needs 23 yards to get to 1,000. He snaps his hand. We got 3 receivers up the top, 2 at the bottom. Now he's looking downfield to pass. He gives it to the slot man on the left. It's going to be Rashell. He's going to get across the original line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. So Rashell in the slot got the pass and picks up 2 yards. Aiden Tate improves his passing. Mix and Edwards down at the bottom of the screen. Grimes, Rashell, and
empty backfield.
Yeah, by himself, Aiden Tate. Now Mix goes in motion. He goes in behind Aiden Tate, calling for the ball. It's a toss over to Mix. He sidesteps a defender, but gets caught for a loss. And so the Rebels unable to capitalize on the opening possession of the second half. Well, I meant to mention to Robert when we had him on the phone, I'm sure he'd like to give kudos to his son Landon for the excellent camera work that he brings to us. One of the best cameramen in the 446 family. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, so punting situation for the Rebels, 4th and 11 coming up. Receivers back around midfield for the Trojans. Rebels bring in a late 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 late snapper. That's who it was. You can't snap it without the snapper. Gets it back to Davis, who's going to get a nice punt. Will they fair catch it? No, it's going to take a beautiful Rebel bounce
to the 40.
So a 35-yard punt.
We'll take it.
Yes, sir. Ash will take over at their 41-yard line. And the clock, I believe, is just going to run here in the second half. Rebels trail by 42, if my math is right.
Yep.
They're going to hand off to the running back,
right up the middle.
Number 10. We haven't seen him before.
Who is that? Levon Mays.
I put my sheet down. I got to find it.
Here it is.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, so Mays, and we also see Colin Wilkins in, or he just checked out. Handoff again to Mays, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and fall forward for a short gain.
Thurs.
I thought that's who it was. I was double checking. I always have to wait till they turn to see the side number there. So a 1-yard gain. Thurs stops him after just a short pickup, 2nd and 9. High snap. They're going to toss it over near side. And
he's hit.
Once again, Thurs gets him in the backfield for a short loss. They'll go from 3rd and 9 to, or 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 10. So great job by Thurs there. What will the Trojans call? They've got a new quarterback. Well, no, Matt Gassiot's still in at quarterback. Max. I'm not sure if that's Gassio or Gassiot. He is a sophomore. We've also had Carson Sellers in at quarterback, sophomore. So 2 sophomore quarterbacks.
Hand off up the middle. About, 5?
Looks like they're going to give him 7 or 6. I was looking down when the play commenced. 4th and 4. They're going to try to get Pineville to jump. High snap. Can they stop him before he gets the first down?
I think they did.
It looks like he stopped. Yep. Did not go down, but forward motion only carried to the 33. Rebel ball.
Defense.
Rebel ball. There's the turnover the defense wanted.
Rebels football, 1st and 10.
All right, nice to see that turnover for the Rebel defense. And I like how Robert Anderson pointed out, you got subs playing both offense and defense. We're a little bit banged up. We don't have the depth that some of these teams. We played Neville last week, and they looked like they had 100 kids dressed out. You were there, right?
Uh-huh.
That was a bunch of people. I can't imagine what it costs to run a program with that many kids. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from the 33-yard line. Got 1 receiver at the top, 2 at the bottom. It's going to be a quick pass underneath, trying to get a juke move, and trying to make something happen. Is that Garrett Jackson, 13?
Yep.
So Garrett tried to make something happen, picks up a short gain, kind of like a naked screen, nobody in front of him, just throwing it to the slot man, but Trojans converged quickly on that play. 2nd and 9, they bring Garrett in motion to the left side now. At the bottom, Matt Edwards. I think Grimes is way up split at the top. Tranchina in on the left-hand side. They're going to pass it on the screen to Grimes. Grimes needs to shake a player. He does. He shakes 2. He's going to drive forward for a nice gain on something that was almost stopped for nothing. Bring up 3rd and 4. Landon Grimes, a regular at our Quibido's coaches show every Wednesday night, the Bryant Bell Show. Wear your Rebel gear and get your Rebel discount. $12 meals, including your drink. Hard to beat that with the Quibido's taste. 1 receiver at the bottom, going to hand it off instead, though. Cutting back against the grain. Hakeem's going to get the first down and more.
Good run. Right up the middle.
He got about 8 yards on that run. And the Rebels get the first down and move the chains. We're at 4:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. One receiver again at the bottom. Hakeem Mix now going to roll on the left-hand side. He gets around another receiver, another defender, and close to the first down.
9-yard.
Look, Hakeem Mix is such an explosive runner. If you can get any kind of daylight.
Get him on the outside, yeah.
Matt Edwards has been lining up here at the bottom. We're on the left-hand side of the hash marks. Tate has Hakeem. No, that's going to be Justin Rachel at quarterback. He's got Edwards. How about a flag? Thank you.
Pass interference.
Well, he did turn around number 27, the defender, Franks, who was not able to maintain his eye on the ball and just almost tackled him before the ball got there. It was 2nd and 1, should be a 15-yard possession, 15-yard pass interference and a first down. All right, so
defensive.
They're going to deny the defensive holding and take the pass interference. So they had 2 penalties against Ash. Which one you want? We'll take the one that gives you the most yards. We'll take the 15-yard pass interference. First down for the Rebels on a drive that started back at their 25, I believe.
I had them at the
33. Or the 33. 33. I remember that now, yeah, after the turnover on downs. All right, 1st and 10.
From the 29.
Yes, sir. Handoff straight up the middle and cutting through somehow. So Rachel hands it off to Mix. I'm telling you, both these guys have that white jersey hanging out, and they're both about the same height. I mean, look.
Side by side. It's hard to tell them apart.
From a distance. 2nd and 5 coming up. They're going to hand Hakeem's gets it again from Rachel. Look at that nice little side stutter step, and he gets the first down. Really nice stutter step there for Hakeem Mix. Gets the Rebels a first down well into the red zone.
We're on the move.
On the move again. Stop singing, Nathan. Okay. From the 17, Rachel back to pass. He's looking into the end zone. He's got a man, and it's knocked down, trying to get it to – is that Brennan Davis he was going for? No, that was Matt Edwards. Matt almost came down with it in the end zone. Would have been a huge touchdown. Don't shoot the cannon yet. Wait till we score. Yeah. Just saying. Look, my heart goes out to those guys, these ROTC, JROTC members, as they practice and they want to get it right. Hand off to Mix. He's going to cut back against the grain into the 10, inside the 10, close to a first down.
It's like about 2 yards short.
Hakeem Mix just slicing and dicing. 3rd and 2. Give it to him again, and he gets hit at the 10 at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 2. Come down to about 1 minute left in the third quarter.
No question what to do, huh?
No question. 4th and 2.5. Kid bootleg. The defender was not deceived. Daniel Harrington stayed with him, and pass is incomplete.
Turnover on
downs. Well, a great drive, though, for the Rebels.
Sure was.
Man, I just love the production. When you're trailing 56-14, you're looking for things to celebrate, and you're looking for things to improve. And I can celebrate a nice sustained drive, even though obviously we'd like to get the points. We got inside the 10. We'll turn it over at the 9.5-yard line. Rebel defense now. See if they can get another stop. Bunched in tight with one receiver down at the bottom. They're going to run the quarter out. That's what they're going to do. We'll run the quarter out too. 56-14, no score in the third quarter. Rebels will be right back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
More time for the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go. And at this point, at 9 o'clock at night, those 12 minutes will probably run by in about 12 minutes because I don't think the clock's going to stop very much in this fourth quarter. Rebels have some things to celebrate.
Yeah, they really moved the
lineup now. They have to go to the correct side of the field. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their 9.5-yard line. They're going to hand it off on the left-hand side and a big run.
Hole.
If somebody can catch him, they need to do it right now. Coming from behind and saving the touchdown for the Rebels.
Who is that?
I don't know. Ty Sanders. Happy birthday, to you.
That
was a touchdown-saving tackle by the headhunter. Update, Menard now leads 8-0 in the fourth quarter. I'm going to look real quick to remind myself. Menard is playing against Avoyles in their homecoming game. So, big run from the 10-yard line to the 30. That's a 60-yard run. Touchdown-saving tackle made by Ty Sanders on his birthday.
Would you call him the headhunter?
The headhunter. High snap, straight ahead.
Oh, he's
and
hitting the backfield.
in the backfield. You like to see that kind of defensive production? I was noticing the Menard, Menard's 2-4 tonight against Avoyles 3-3, but it's nice to see that they are ahead in the fourth quarter as they celebrate homecoming, part of the 446 family of broadcasts. We bring the games for Pineville, Ash, Buckeye, Menard, Tioga, and St. Mary's up in Natchitoches on football. More teams with basketball. I guess we need to give you this angle. All right, here's the handoff, and he's going to get about 4 on the second down run. Sorry, we had the wide shot there for a little while. Brought that to you a bit ago. Now we've got the close-in action where you can see the prowess of Landon Anderson's masterful camera work. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Pass.
Almost
we
an INT.
Jumped that. Might have made it to the house on that
one. That one would have gone. He would still be running if he was able to come down with that one. What a nice defensive play. Stepping up in front and stopping it.
It's 4th down.
Yeah. This could be another turnover on downs if he can stop him. Back to pass. He's looking downfield. He fakes the pass. Now he's going into the end zone.
Oh, that's all offensive pass interference, if anything.
If anything, no on downs.
Good job, defense.
I am being corrected on my pronunciation of Gassio or Gassiod. It's Gasset.
Oh, wow.
And the reason I'm explaining that is his cousin 10 for the Rebels, 8:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Handoff to Mix on the right-hand side. Now in the middle, Mix makes another cut. He's got a couple of people to beat. Will they bring him down? Somehow they do. At 53-yard run for Hakeem Mix. Sorry to count it so loud like that, but that's the best way I could do.
That's okay.
Wow, what a run for Hakeem Mix. Now the chain gang has to run a little bit to catch up to him.
Well,
you know about that.
He's definitely ran over 100, I'm sure.
No doubt about it. Handoff again to Hakeem on the right-hand side. He gets caught in the backfield, stays on his feet somehow, and then they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Let me see if I can see where he was in yardage at the half. He had 44 receiving yards at the half, and he had 45 rushing yards. So he's over 100 now. Quick out, come near side. It's going to be knocked out of bounds on the quick out, but they're going to keep the clock rolling, of course. That ball was 36. I don't have phantom of the opera with the reception. 3rd and 11. I guess they had him a 1-yard loss on the reception. Hand off to Hakeem again. He's going to get hit in the backfield. Nothing there. That ball play was whistled dead. He did get back to the 25-yard line. So it actually ends up being a very short loss. 4th and 12. You know the Rebels are going to go for it. See those white jerseys hanging out?
Mm-hmm. Both side by side.
Which one's which? Hakeem's got a little more hanging out this time after he got tackled. All right, Phantom comes and gets in the slot on the left. Sorry, I don't have a name for him. I'll find it out for you at the halftime at the coaches show. Rachel calls for the ball, back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a man. It's going to be batted away at the field, at the end zone line, at the goal line. So a good defensive play. I'll give them that. Rebels turn over the ball with 6 minutes to go. And one of the nice things about the clock rule, remember I said it'll take about 12 minutes? So I'm being asked, Landon, do you know anything about the food that was delivered to us by some of our friends known as Mr. and Mrs. Morrow?
Yeah, it was
it
black
good?
eyed peas. Oh, yeah, it was good. It was really good.
You know what? I couldn't answer because I didn't get David Morrow. We appreciate you and your sweet missus for providing meals to us up here out of the kindness of your heart and the good taste of your kitchen. I'm going to be hunting somebody down because I didn't get none of that. Kevin, did you eat my black eyed peas?
No, I was late for that party.
Wow. Well, we have some guests here from Alexandria. I wonder if one of them thought that, there was a hospitality suite. We're going to be talking to some people about that. All right, 2nd and 15 after the big loss. Nice tackle for loss by the Rebels. Don't let anybody get behind you, boys. They're taking every minute. Well, the play clock's not even running. High snap again, handoff. There's a flag. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Of course, Ash is playing their 2nd, 3rd string players. As is understandable, get them some experience here. They're going to have to come back to Coach Bell and say, do you want us to give the penalty to you or you want the no gain and let it be 3rd and 15? So the call comes to us on the false or the procedure call. They're going to say decline it. It'll be 3rd and 15. So that wasn't a dead ball false start. That would have killed the play. It was a procedure call, some sort of shift, I'm guessing. Illegal formation is what I'm hearing. Also saw 0 coming off, and that's not a number that I have on my board. So we need to get some updates with some players that are in there now. 3rd and 15, man coming out wide at the bottom. Quarterback calls for it, gives a toss. He's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down for another loss. Your Rebel defense standing strong here in the 4th quarter. It brings up 4th and 10. You going to go for it? Did I hear him say Ty Sanders in the backfield? Mm-hmm. Come on, Ty. You keep giving birthday presents out left and right. I don't think the Ash Trojans want any more presents from you. But we like them. Party favor for you and a party favor for you. I got a tackle for you and a tackle for you. 4th and 20 and going for it. How's that for an odd play for you? There's the punt. Okay.
Say deep on their
Be
side
careful,
of the
Rebels.
field.
Be real. All right, so they get the ball out to the 37-yard line where the Rebels will take over with 2:43 to go. A chance to execute your 2-minute offense. Akeem Mix back out onto the field. I'm also seeing Caleb Coleman. Caleb Coleman is out there, a freshman quarterback who's going to get some playing time here tonight. This young man is the only freshman listed on the entire varsity team, and I've seen him play a little bit earlier in the season. He's going to hand it off to Mix. Mix is going to cut off into the middle of the pack after going towards the left, picks up about 6. 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And Caleb Coleman has a bright future in front of him. I like seeing him get some time here tonight. 2nd and 4 coming up. Making the shift. He's back to pass, looking downfield.
Uh-oh.
Into the end zone. With the reception. Will Robertson on the reception. There's the boom, baby. There's the boom, baby, boom. And I love seeing the glitter. It was double coverage.
But he put it right in front of him.
Perfectly thrown ball. I told you there's some good things coming for Caleb Coleman. My son has some classes with him, and he told me, Dad, he's a good player. It's good. Rebels get 7 on the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. Kickoff is coming up if we get time for it. Tell you what, we're going to really keep it here because the clock's going to expire, I believe. They're not going to stop the clock. And I'm not sure if we'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Bell. Anderson, we're probably going to pass on that. He gave us a generous amount of time at the halftime, probably more time than we should have asked for tonight, but they'll go out with some dignity. As we do, I want to let Anderson know that we're not going to try to talk to the quarterback. To the coach. I'm sorry. We want to respect his time with his players. So Anderson, thanks for working to get us that. But we're going to defer tonight and let him just be with his players. Sports broadcaster.
Yeah, it was fun up here. It's hard seeing the numbers from here.
It is. People don't realize that, but that black jersey, even though it's got the white piping around the numbers, they're harder to see. The white jerseys are not as difficult, but sometimes those jerseys, they may look cool, but they're hard for a play-by-play guy to keep up with sometimes.
Sure. No, I really had fun tonight. Thank you, Nathan.
Well, I really appreciate you joining in with us this evening and making it make it enjoyable for me as a home. We had, you and I are both serving at a men's retreat in South Louisiana about 2 hours from here. And since your son was playing and I had to do this game, I had to, you offered to come back and drive me back, answering my call to see about doing this. Schedule for the Rebels, of course, tonight we played here at home against Ash. Next week we will travel to West Monroe, who is not quite as formidable as they've been in the past. West Monroe playing Ouachita tonight. Of course, Neville, Coach Lott likes undefeated, both in regular season and in district play. One of the two, Neville or Ruston, will go home with a loss tonight, 56-21 loss. And then we'll look forward to that score from West Monroe and Ouachita and bring that to you next week. Don't forget, Wednesday night we will get the special Rebel menu. And I don't know how to describe this to you, but this is some of the best food around for $12. It includes your drink and table service from the phenomenal staff there. And you get to hear Coach Brian Bell opine on things all things Rebel football. So come on out Wednesday night at 5 p.m. I'm glad I got a good crew that supports me. We want to invite you to come out for that. And then next week, we will be traveling to West Monroe. We hope to have you join us for that contest. Final score, 56-21. Has some injuries that they're coping with and dealing with, and we look for Landon Anderson, Robert Anderson calling in from home, and my son Anderson Martin.
A lot of Andersons.
There's a lot of Andersons around us. I don't know who Ander was, but he had a lot of sons. So